Okay, so I am going to start on a project that I have been wanting to get to literally for months and just have not had the right vinyl or the time to get to. It's just been crazy. So I want to do one of the envelope folds, the like envelope wrap where you cut your vinyl into 4 triangles to start with. They've been all over TikTok and everywhere else for months now. I just, like I said, I haven't had time to get to it. I'm going to work on a 20-ounce skinny that is spray painted white. So I'm going to start by trimming my vinyl down. This is going to be the decal I use on this one. This is printed over white, so it can go over any color base. So I'm going to fill in with the It's Pretty Personal Basics One Night Stand Glitter. But what you do for this method is you literally line up the corner of the vinyl and fold it in half and cut it down. And if mine aren't quite perfect, I'm not going to worry about it because the corners should overlap by the time we're done. And this is going to be too big to put in the thing, so you can either get a straight edge and a mat out and cut it flat, or you can just go ahead and use your scissors. I'm going to use my scissors. So I am going to somewhat keep track of which corners are which, because you do need them in the proper order. And we are again going to fold these in half and cut them. So this is the correct way. So we're going to use these two. I'm going to put these two aside. I'm going to start with this one. It doesn't really matter which I start with. I'm going to trim the edges up, obviously, because it's going to be too big. So you do want to try and get as straight as you can on the cup. If you want to draw a straight line, whatever works for you. I am just going to eyeball it. Play it fast and loose. If you want to do the wet method because you have trouble manipulating your vinyl, by all means, do it that way. Just going to clip this excess for now, just to get it down out of the way, which should line up perfectly right here, because this was a seamless pattern to begin with. If it's not a seamless pattern, you're going to get a seam on the back side of your vinyl. So now you have this cute overlap on the front. like an envelope folded around the cup. Grab my edge tool. How is this set? This is probably set for the bottom. And I don't have to go all the way around the cup, just across the vinyl. I went too far. I should have moved that too. It's a little higher than I wanted it to be. And I did peel some of my paint. But I think I'm just going to not use the edge trimmer on the top. I think I'm just going to use the X-Acto because I don't want that big a gap at the top, I don't think. If you run your blade at an angle, you still get a little bit of a lip, especially if you have a nice sharp blade. I'm going to get my tacket, which is mixed about 50-50. Tack it over and over. I just keep a little container ready at all times. Back on the arm she's gonna go. Open up my tacket over and over. Now for the tacket over and over, you want to apply 2 coats, about 10 to 15 minutes apart, however long it takes to go clear from white. It's a little harder to see on a white cup, obviously. I'm also going to come back in because I cleaned up my table a little bit and I put the glitter away. I had actually intended to use the rose gold goddess because this one does have holographic in it. Okay, so this is more than dry. Definitely tacky. It's been sitting for a couple days now. So I'm going to get the glitter on it and burnish it. So I'm going with the rose gold goddess. Not like that, I'm not. Should open the other side. Duh. And I don't know if I've burnished this particular glitter before, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna like that. I don't think I'm gonna get a real full coverage if I burnish it. I think even though this felt pretty tacky, I think it's probably sat a little too long. Because even pushing it directly in, I'm not getting a good full coverage. So, I think we're going to skip burnishing it. We're going to go with plan B here. Okay, plan B is switching to Mod Podge gloss to apply with. I am going to put some in a cup because I'm going to lift some of that glitter. And I got a gooby there. I hate Mod Podge. Because it's going to lift the glitter. I don't want it contaminating my big bottle. So I'm going to grab that same soft brush and we're going to coat right over the top of the glitter we already have on here. Pretty pretty. And I think that'll go okay with our decal, which is going to go in the center somewhere after we do the pinstriping. This method is lots of layering. So next step will be epoxy, but first I'm going to pull this tape off before I let the Mod Podge dry. So get your edge, pull away from your edge. I'm going to let this dry thoroughly, several hours. Okay, time to get a coat of epoxy on this. I'm not going to worry if a little bit of this glitter travels. I'm not going to seal it. I am going to add a little bit of the Touch of Rose Diamond Dust because I do want all of it to sparkle. So, I'm just going to mix this up, get this on, and move on after this coat dries. Okay, so I'm going to get my pinstriping on this one. Not my decal yet, just the pinstriping. Then it's going to get another layer of epoxy, and then the decal, and more epoxy. So, what I did was I took a piece of teckwrap. I'll show you the package. It is the textured metallic from teckwrap. This came with 5 sheets in the pack. And this is the one I chose to go with, the kind of rose gold coppery one. But I cut this down into strips. And I'm going to go ahead and get them applied for my first part of the pinstripe. Okay, so I'm going to start not where it comes across the front. I'm going to start on the other side. I'm going to line it perfectly straight on the line to begin with. And down to the point. Right down to where it meets up at the bottom. Just going to trim up. I'm also going to go in with my skinny. This is the 2mm nail tape. And I'm going to come just inside a little bit and do a second stripe. So there we go. There is my striping. I'm going to go ahead and get another coat on this, and then we'll be back to put the decal on. Okay, so this is all ready for its decal. Again, this is a VC, Versatile Cast decal from Butterfly Lane Design Co. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. So I've kind of been back and forth on placement of this, and I think I'm just going to put it right here. I'll still see some of that pinstriping, but I think that's the placement for this one. So I'm going to peel it from its backing. Use my felt squeegee to push it down. The white cast allows you to apply it over color. There's no such thing as too many books. So there we go. We're going to get this over and get its next coat of epoxy on. Okay, so let's get this one coated. Okay, so that is it. That beautiful dahlia vinyl I used in the envelope fold method. I think that's what we're calling it anyways. And there's no such thing as too many books. What a cute end fitting decal. And the bottom is just the glitter. So that is it for this one. I hope you liked it. Tomorrow will be the other two pieces of vinyl. So once you've seen tomorrow's video too, if you watch them both, I'd really like to know which one you liked better. 2 cups, 1 piece of vinyl. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.